Everybody wants to eat, but nobody wants to farm. If our problem is feeding and nobody wants to produce the food, then how do we survive? Hi, I am Abdulwadud Oluwa, and this is Tech Farmer. On this channel, I plan to imbibe or grow the love of agriculture into the hearts of Nigerian youths and Africa as a whole. One of our problems in Nigeria is that we don't love agriculture. Nigerian youths have seen agriculture as a stressful, dirty, low-paying and non-digital career. But is that the agriculture of today? No, basically no. But then why do we have this problem? It is because of how we have been wired, how we have been trained to view agriculture, and as well how agriculture has been portrayed in our country. People that are into production in agriculture are our fathers, the old people, the ones that are into production and are feeding the nation. And we've seen them as paupers, we've seen them as poor people who do not have enough money to even do things that they want to do. That is how agriculture has been viewed in Nigeria. However, in advanced countries, agriculture has been integrated with technology. Agriculture, which is seen as the ancient career, and tech, which is seen as the ultra-modern career, both of them can be integrated together to find what's called the future of agriculture. Nigeria has millions of fertile land that can be used for agriculture, but agricultural system is still stuck in 1960. The key problem of agriculture in Nigeria is that youths are not ready to go into this agriculture, and some of the issues that causes the problem is our education system, how we have been trained to view agriculture. I'll tell you, when I was in school, I met a senior who was studying engineering, and one fateful day we met on the road, and this person literally asked me what was the course I chose in school before I was given agriculture. I was like, what? It means he already has the preconceived knowledge that everybody studying agriculture were basically given agriculture in school. That is, nobody would have opted to study agriculture in the university, and this is basically wrong. But it's a majority view, and I would say it's like a fact. However, there are people like us basically had love of agriculture, and you have got to the university to study agriculture. I will tell you, I did jump twice because I wanted to study agriculture. Well, I did it twice not because I failed, but for some particular reasons I had to do jump twice because I did not want to study another course aside agriculture. Yes, there are people like that. And this is what I want to imbibe into the youth of Nigeria, the love of agriculture. Because when we all love agriculture and a lot of people are diving into agriculture, yes, I know tech is good. Anybody wants to become UI UX designer, to become a web developer, you want to become a tech boy, you want to become a startup founder, a SaaS specialist, and the likes. It's all good. However, if everybody goes into tech, who is going to feed us? And if you look at the system of agriculture in Nigeria today, it is not able to cater for all the needs of Nigerians. That is why you see in some seasons, food becomes very, very cheap. And this is basically the rainy season. Food becomes very cheap because a lot of people are going into agriculture and they are making use of natural resources. They are making use of the rain, so they don't have to pay for irrigation. They just go, dead their land, plant their maize, plant their corn, plant their tomatoes, and rain starts falling in it, irrigation system, and that's it. When it comes to the dry season, everything becomes expensive. To eat food becomes expensive. That is because there is no sustainable method of agriculture, and this is something that is not to be done. When we have sustainable systems of agriculture, the country is going to be good. Feeding is not going to be one of our problems anymore, and this is the future of Nigeria that I hope for and what I expect. Youths have to go into agriculture. There are a lot of misconceptions, some of which I've mentioned earlier, which include agriculture is a dirty work. That is wrong. Agriculture is a low-paying work. That is wrong. Agriculture is stressful. Well, I would not say it is not stressful. Of course, it is stressful, and I believe all work out there are stressful. Yeah, the level of stress is just different. Agriculture is non-digital. That is very, very wrong. I have a lot of people out there today on Instagram that are selling agricultural produce and they are making a lot of money. Yes, agriculture is very, very digital. Look at the modern method of agriculture. We'll see that AIs can now predict crop disease. Automated irrigation systems have been put in place to basically irrigate your farm without you being there. We have IoT controlled greenhouses, where all you have to do is to press a button on your phone or press a remote, and your greenhouse temperatures, moisture, humidity, everything is going to be set. We have vertical method of farming. We have soilless farming, where you don't need to have vast land vast acres of land before you can go into agriculture. We have urban farming systems, and this have been done even in advanced countries. But then the way we have seen agriculture in Nigeria makes it so good for us. When we see people in urban areas going into agriculture, let's say they're doing rooftop agriculture, we see them as paupers, even though they are living in urban areas. And if you go to advanced countries, these things are out there. These people are doing it. Grow your food at home. This is one of the philosophy of some people in advanced countries like UK, America, so on. But why are we Nigerians here, we that are supposed to be the ambassadors of agriculture, why are we running away from this profession? Well, this channel is going to be focused on how do we integrate digital system, digital market into agriculture. How do we do advanced agriculture? How do we market agriculture? Agricultural processing. Agriculture has different branches, and this is one of the misconceptions that people have. We all see agriculture as production, going to snail farming, going into pig farming, going to fish farming, going to pork crop production, and the likes. This is not what agriculture is limited to. Agriculture has different value chains, starting from production, going into storage, going into processing, going into marketing, adding value to agricultural produce. These are some of the value chains in agriculture, and I'm going to be doubling down on these things in this channel because of my goal to imbibe the love of agriculture to the hearts of Nigerian youth. I have started a movement, and this movement is starting with you and with me. So I've created a WhatsApp group for everyone to have a community where we can thrive better and make Nigeria and Africa as a whole a better feeding place. So if you want to get access to the community, click the link in the description below, and I'll see you there. And if this sounds like something that you love or something you want to see more of this, can you click the like button to like this video, share it to your friends, and make sure you click the subscribe button. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one.